Welcome to the top of the morning show. It's your girl TT from the D. And I want to thank you for stopping by on this wonderful Wednesday morning. I hope whatever it is that you have on your agenda today, that you do it with ease and peace of mind. I'm going to go over 7 reasons to dare to dream big. I always encourage people to live their best life and dream out loud, live out loud, live for the moment, live for you. Because when you dare to dream big dreams, you are capable of activating any level of dreaming you wish to unveil, wish to share. You represent yourself first and foremost, and allowing yourself to just see past what you see on an everyday basis, I think is just amazing. It's hard and difficult, but yet it's amazing. And you may say, well, TT, that sounds contradictory. Yeah, maybe. And I know contradictory is not a word, but you know how I am. If you know me, I love to make up words and then some, right? But for real, the top 7 that I'll share today with you is number 1, live a life of no regret. There are plenty of reasons we can give ourselves on why we regret this and regret that, and we should have done this, we should have done that. But if you didn't do this and you didn't do that, you wouldn't know what it's like to have what you have and be where you are. And when you understand that you are exactly where you're meant to be in your life, sometimes we set ourselves up for a setback, a setup. But I don't feel that we get really off task unless we really don't know who we are. Your life is your life to live, and yours to live for yourself. We all have our own individual lives, and we should live it with no regrets. We should live it saying, you know what? I did that. I love it. I live my best life. We say it, but do we mean it? We say it, but do we mean it? And there ain't nothing worse than I think than a person coming to the end of their life stages, and that's normally in their 70s, 80s, right? The end of the life stages when we're getting ready to get older and go on and all those great things, right? And just realize like you never lived your life. Like you didn't experience some of the things you wish you would have done. You might have allowed fear to hold you back or lack of confidence. No. Today, stop. Acknowledge that your life is special, that you are special, and that you deserve to live that dream that's been inside your head, been inside your heart, and been on your mind. Because when you dare to dream big, there are no limits. And y'all heard that saying, the sky is the limit. Then why don't you test it out for yourself? Number 2, inspire others. Oh my God, there's nothing like being inspired. I love when I know that I've inspired people. Think about people or situations, movies, stories, songs even, that have encouraged you and motivated you to just do things differently. It didn't have to be something like humongous, but it could have been something minute. People inspire us. We inspire people, and sometimes we know and sometimes we don't. But the ability and the desire to do the right thing, to allow others to do the right thing and encourage them, is inspiring all by itself. Number 3, receive a greater reward. Now, those of you who are willing to take a risk in life, and some people are like, I ain't about to take no risk. You know what I'm saying? So they risked it all. Like, okay, we're not talking about that kind of risk. Okay, we're not talking about that kind of risk. But I'm talking about the ones that's willing to take the risk in life, end up receiving the lion's share of the reward, the big boy, like the mega millions. Think about the difference between someone who opens a big law firm versus a person who opens a one office suite. Now they're essentially doing the same kind of work, but the person who is a one room suite owner will see things differently than the person who has the big old firm. See, the person that has the one room suite is afraid to take risk because they're like, I can't compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. I don't know what's going to come in them doors the next day because I'm a small one suite firm or office, but I'm going across the street and I'm going to go into this big old firm that has all these offices, all these employees, and I can't compare to that, but do you need to? I think in life that's where we go wrong. We try to compare ourselves to the people next to us, in front of us, behind us. But we're our own man. We're our own woman. And as I said earlier, we do the same kind of work. Now, I might have to take longer hours and longer strides to get where someone who has more going for them than I do. But guess what? We both are headed to the same direction. One of us may get there faster than the other. And just because the one that has the most and the other one that doesn't mean that the one that has the most will make it faster. They may arrive at the same time. And you may be in shock, and the person that has the least may arrive first. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get that reward. Think big. Think big. Number 4, get outside of your comfort zone. OMGZ. That is like a lock and chain, a ball and chain. Your comfort zone can be comfortable. It's like being in my home, chilling. You got food in the house. You got running clean water, heat, lights, gas. Whatever it is to occupy your time, whether it's a television or if it's books or if it's radios or whatever, stereo system, whatever that looks like, video games, whatever, right? You like, oh, this is the life, right? But then you get out your comfort zone and you like, I don't know if I want to do, I don't know if I can do. It's almost like you come to a railroad crossing and the bells and whistles are going off and you just sitting there, but yet there's no train coming. You can't come and see it from the left or the right, the front or the back. You hear it, but you don't see nothing. See, when you dare to dream big, though, you are encouraging yourself mentally to imagine the endless possible ways that you can achieve your goals. But if you decide to sit on the porch of fear, you'll just write about it. You'll never be about it. Number 5, living small doesn't help anybody. Now, the sad truth is that plenty of people will not like you simply because, guess why? Simply because you are living your life unafraid. And you'll become successful, or you already are successful. Success will test your relationships, your friendships, your family ships. Because while you don't really have, everybody want to rock with you. We rocking together. We thugging it out. But I was just having this conversation with my husband the other day. I said, why is it when we are struggling, we all good, but once one person gets ahead, now I can kind of answer the question to myself a little bit. I'm always like, why are we not excited as they're getting ahead? I think it's because sometimes the person that gets ahead becomes arrogant. I've seen it. And I still love people where they are, but I'm like, wow, like you have completely become arrogant. You're not the same. You can move wherever you want, drive whatever car you want, eat whatever you want, dress however you want, talk however you want, change your friend circle, your family circle, whatever that looks like. But people change. And I'm like, did you lose your humility, your humbleness? And I know sometimes people feel tempted, like, I ain't got time for these people. Why? Is it because they're changing, or you think you're changing, or do you recognize your own change? Do you look in the mirror and you see yourself? So don't fall into the trap of feeling like, I can't make change. I can't do this because I don't want people to feel like, no, live your best life. Don't hinder your growth. Change your mindset, yes. But pursue your dreams and goals. And let people be who they're going to be. Whether you know it or not, everybody that says they're happy for you isn't happy for you. And I know you've heard that. I'm not telling you nothing new. But I need you to really understand that, unpack that, and trust that. They ain't stabbing you in your back. Some of them stabbing you in your chest and you don't even realize it. Number 6, conquer fear. There are 2 choices in your life. You can either live fearless or you can live in fear. I choose to live fearless. Yeah, I got some fear factors. So I'm a work in progress, but I'm daring to dream big, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My dreams are going to be lived out loud as long as I am able and willing. And I am willing. And right now I'm able, and I request that God allows me to continue to be able and just live out loud abundantly and exceedingly. I wish the same for my husband and my siblings and my mother, my children, my family, my friends, and not in those orders. I'm constantly reminding myself that I can do this work, that I can do what it is that I set out to do because God told me I can. He made me amazing. It's like He made you amazing. See, fear is a powerful tool, and I don't feel like wrestling with it, so I'm gonna lay it down. How do you want to live your life? That's rhetorical, because I don't know your answer. I don't need to know your answer, but you do. Remember that. You are counting on you. You should be betting on yourself. Number 7, write your own story, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You heard that saying, everybody else's is already written, right? Be you. Be resilient. There's nobody like you. And to be honest, we're waiting on you. There's somebody right now waiting on me to live my best life. Do what you want. Do it how you want. Do it unapologetic. And my final thought, your life is not your own. So while you living your life is yours to live, but yet it's not for you to live only for you. It's for you to live for you and for her and for him and for them, so that we as a whole can enjoy and get the best out of life that we're supposed to while we're here. Because at the end of the day, we are only spirits having the human experience. Well, that's all I got for you on this beautiful Wednesday morning. I hope that you enjoyed that little 7 tad-bit tips. And I hope that you will tune in tomorrow morning for a Thankful Thursday version of TT from the D Top of the Morning Show. I'll see you soon.